Behold, the day's enigma, the mystery poker rally. A name shrouded in purpose, its true meaning revealing itself only as the hours unfold. Unless this is your first encounter, you know we have always begun with a lengthy discourse of rules, instructions, and verbal warnings. A tiresome sermon, masterfully crafted to keep you, the eager mystery slayer, on a safe and narrow road to victory. As the first of many gifts to you, my friend, I suggest we dispense with these archaic traditions and uncover the rules as the adventure unfolds. Good luck, and may the cards fall where they will. We start with a story. It was Saturday afternoon when Dad pulled it into the driveway for the first time. He picked it up from the dealer out in Warrington, special order. Mom had driven him out and we stayed with Nana, our knees planted in the couch cushions with our eyes glued to the front window. Even as a kid, you could tell Mom thought the Porsche was a bad idea. Mom's tight, "We'll talk about this later," smile said it all. But Dad was all grins. It was Christmas morning for him even before they left. As soon as he rolled in, I pushed my sister out of the way and bolted outside. I snagged the driver's seat. My hands gripped the leather steering wheel. My sister pouted as she buckled in next to me. Wide-eyed, my hand worked the stick shift. "Vroom!" I shouted, zooming down an imaginary track. Most dads wouldn't let grubby kids near something so new and prized. Not Dad, though. And not just with the Porsche. It was everything with him. Growing up with Dad around meant getting into stuff, and I loved that about him. It didn't smell like Mom's Astrovan, full of old fries and kid stuff. This was new leather, like magic in a bottle. Looking back, it felt like some kind of fleeting dream, a scent caught and then lost. It's a smell I'll forever connect with Dad. Turning 16, and after some practice in Mom's van, I was given a real driving lesson. It was a challenge, stalling 4 times just getting out of the driveway, all under Mom's watchful, not-so-thrilled gaze. But Dad was cool as a cucumber. He just smiled and kept coaching. "Ease up on the clutch," or "Give it a little more gas." After a few laps around the neighborhood, he told me to take a right and take us up to the ice cream shop. It was just a few blocks away, but my sweaty white knuckles gripped the wheel even tighter as we turned onto the main road. We parked, and a couple of girls from school spotted me. My awkward grin and half-wave looked more like a seizure than the swagger of a Porsche driver. Inside, Dad kept asking how it felt, but all my mind could come up with was a single word. Awesome. I don't know which of us smiled bigger. We kept up those drives nearly every Sunday after that. Dad even let me take the Porsche to prom, my only solo drive. Flipping the switch to pop up the headlights was the coolest thing. Now, standing in Dad's empty garage, surrounded by tools and coffee cans filled with screws, these memories come flooding back. Dad's been gone a few months now, and here I am, sorting through what to keep. Everything's a reminder of him in that Porsche. I'd give anything for one more drive with him. But like so many things, the car's gone too. I remember when he sold it. A new hip and knee meant no more clutch work. He acted like it was no big deal when we came for the holidays and it was gone. I felt angry. A little sad, I guess. I don't know. That was sort of a hard year for everyone. Dad's toolbox is first. The brown hammer finish feels cold against my fingers, and the steel hinges creak as the lid locks upright. A small mirror, Dad's handiwork, is secured inside the lid. Wedged behind the mirror like flower petals, there's a faded Polaroid of me, another of my sister and Mom, and a folded, yellow piece of paper. The pictures were from a summer trip when we were kids. The billboard said, "Largest dinosaur sculpture in the world." Dad loved that cheesy stuff, and his excitement was contagious. If you didn't know Dad, you'd think we were all crazy. All of us beaming with excitement, standing in front of a plaster blob shaped like a T-Rex. What a sight. The pictures slide free and get placed in the keep box. After a few wiggles, the folded square of paper releases too. When you're looking through a lifetime of things, you carefully inspect each and every piece. You take care to make sure nothing is missed. You know you can't replace what's been lost, but you're sure as hell going to try. The paper looks like a receipt. Something Dad must have picked up when they still use those carbon copy order pads, the ones with 2 layers and a cardboard flap. Something from a time before the rolls of receipt paper with a little pink mark to let you know it's time to change it out. As the edges unfold, I slowly understand that this is not some regular receipt. It doesn't belong to a rusty yard tool or the last time the septic tank was pumped. It's something far more important. It makes sense now why Dad kept it here. Every time he'd open his toolbox, every time something needed fixing, it was right here, staring back at him. Like the Polaroids of us, this yellow piece of paper was a reminder of something he cared about. Just under the words bill of sale was written 1984 Porsche 944. My heart skips every other beat as my eyes scan down the page. Ohio? Or was it in Ohio? Could it still be there? All these years later, could it still be there? My hands grip the unfolded paper, and that smell rushes over at me like it did on our Sunday trips. I have to find Dad's Porsche